Flows and patterns in my shown off jacket. At your show with my nose in the packet. Send MCs packing, get back to yard. Get up on your bars and practice more. Slacking off, get battered rough and running mouth talking shit, man, lit the fuse. Everything dead, everything stressed, nobody happy, everyone's vexed. I don't really care about them, only really care about I. Cause nobody show like me, nobody bring them vibes. Too many snakes round here, too many man I move sly. And I can't stand that shit, I might have to bang these days. Nice guy smiling till I turn violent. Alarm bells ring, scream, sirens. Hype and panic when things get savage. Keep mic grabbing, I'll boil your cabbage. Sweet get smashed, no blondies fanny. Jump on beat and spray like Matic. Kill them all and then vanish. Speak my name and get damaged. I-double-L-A-M-A-N W10, inner my N L-O-N-D-O-N, leng them again. Spray 2 bar for your head. I-double-L-A-M-A-N W10, inner my N L-O-N-D-O-N, leng them again.
Me no want to be any one of them again, but
what you talking about, Hush your gum, shut your mouth. Sick of these shit MCs. Energy's dead and you reek. Wash your gums, brush your teeth. Crepes are dead, I smell cheese. When I spray my bars, it's like cheese. When you spray your bars, it's like Jesus Christ. Beg man, stop it, shit's off topic. Sweat like tropic, drop kick noggins. Hold my pint while skank and bobbing. Big split fogging. You man, I got some nerve in that. How man, I wanna move so shady, but then call you crazy. You can't call me crazy, you idiot. Can't take me for the idiot. Never move like an idiot. You man an idiot. Cause I told you before, don't test me. I told you before, don't talk. Cause everything can get awkward. I man, I'll get lips to the floor, brick to the jaw, chin getting warm, mission abort, drip not in sauce, dripping your skin in the hospital ward. Bomb sight ting like Fallout 4. Brick to the jaw, chin getting warm, mission abort, drip not in sauce, dripping your skin like hospital ward. Bomb sight ting like Fallout 4. Going on nuts, fam. You ain't bad brush man like a dustpan. Wally them, uppercut Brock man. Holler man like Ayo boss man. My name is Jules and I can't win flows. Leave an MC looking like ghost. You wanna test man? No way, no. Stop.
In the studio, just fixing some bits whilst we get ready.
Hey, you're here with dubstepping, Garms and sets, and favourite chart. Today we're doing a talk about all things dubstep. Up now we got Russo spinning some tunes for the first 10 minutes.
guide, we are guide a new generation, you know. Where you feel like, where you feel like, where you feel. Babylon a try kill off to get to you them, but you don't know that we're keeping it real. United from Church Road to Brixton Hill. Big up every real general. We no penny boy, we no penny gal. We keep the fuck free to a minimal. For the whole government, them a criminal. We keep the hype on them a evil. 2017 is still a slave people. Look for my brothers and my sisters in Libya. Before you free up me people, it's on the media. Seems like the government a get greedier. That's why the youth them a get needier. And every picture when we sight on the media, it's sending us to tell the world to tell the government for us, got freedom up. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn? Burn them down. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn? Burn them down. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn? Burn them down. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn? Burn them down. So we now stop burn them. Educate you, get to you, to kill you, them learning. I see the tables turning. Me now wait till the world end. Now time to sit down and chill with no girlfriend. Too much things I've won, and the things that I've seen on social media means that everybody has been won. Babylon, why them fi burn? Burn them down. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn? Still putting in work in the basement. I don't wanna get complacent. Trying to raise my nation. Meanwhile, Babylon wanna put me in a station. Told the Babylon when I'm in farm in a statement. I see him so blatant. Trying to test my patience. I wanna walk my way. Try to take me away from the pavement. What? Trying to fight temptation. All the pagans make their arrangements. Man, see them a plan when I feel no man. When I pray to the God of creation. How will it run down for the land? In my spirit, if you can, how we keep man. See them a try to down the program. But done with the bass and see a tan. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn? Burn them down. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn? Burn them down. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn? Burn them down. Babylon, Babylon, why them fi burn?
The law of gravity is nonsense. No such law exists. If I think I float, and you think I float, then it happens. You have the strength. You have the whole body of your output. You're one of us. One of the chosen. 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 You're one of us. One of the chosen. One of the chosen. One of the chosen. You're one of us, one of the chosen, one of the chosen. One of the chosen, one of the chosen. You're one of us, one of the chosen, one of the chosen.
Keep it locked. This is Mode.London.
Hey, this is Ariella, and I run dubstepping. Dubstepping is something I started just for fun, and it's kind of about promoting women in the dubstep scene, and it's kind of, I love dubstep, and I wanted to share my passion, so I've been doing that through like newsletters and putting on events, and just kind of general like networking, and I'm sat down having a conversation with
Holly. I run Favourite Child. Favourite Child basically started as a clothing brand that I started like 4 and a bit years ago, and I took a break from that, and I've recently brought it back with a project called FCFM, which is basically Favourite Child FM, and it's just a collection of collaborations with a lot of people within UK music. So I've been working with Ellie quite a lot.
Very
Sat right here
exciting.
with me.
Yeah, so I'm Ellie and I run Garms and Sets, and that started out as research into like subcultures and how people dress and what they wear in little pockets of society connected to like British subcultures, British sounds, because I'm a designer and it all feeds into like, yeah, referencing like what people wore in the past, what people wear now, and then had this huge break from like going out to raves, and especially like dubstep. Like the first time was about 2009 to 11, and then I went and studied like fashion design, had a break from it all, like literally didn't step foot in one dubstep rave, and then started again, and that was like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and now I'm at all you lot.
Yeah.
And now you can't stop.
Now I can't stop, and now I'm on that, and yeah.
Amazing. Right, and how did you guys get into the scene?
I had a bit of a different way of getting into like UK music as a whole, to be honest, because I grew up in Spain. I grew up in like a really rural part of Spain, in Andalusia in southern Spain, and it was literally like, I think there was like 800 people in the village. I moved there when I was 7, and I moved back when I was like 15, so like a large chunk of when people would kind of to start discovering music, I was in this tiny little village in Spain. So I came back when it's so random, isn't it?
When you first told me, I was like, what?
It's so random. And then when I came back to the UK when I was 15, within I think like 4 months of living here, I'd found a group of friends at school that started going squat rave, and they kind of showed me that avenue of music that I had never actually discovered, because like the only music that I really listened to was Spanish chart music, like the traditional Spanish flamenco music.
Oh, so it's quite a difference.
I know. And then I had Sky TV, so I had all the English music channels, so like Channel U, Stars TV.
What a contrast.
It's so bad. And then I came back, and within 4 months I was like in random warehouses where I'd literally like barely even been into central London.
Oh my God.
Was so nuts.
That's insane.
And then from there I just kind of carried on going to raves, started going to legal raves, and it just kind of spiraled from there, and I got absolutely obsessed.
Oh, very cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, and Ellie, what about you?
My friend Chloe, big up Chloe, she's the start point of it all. It was like, 2009. She took me to a basement that was under what used to be the Palace Hotel on Oxford Road in Manchester, like opposite the station. And I just remember going downstairs and being like, what is this? I'd never heard anything like it before. It was Bar 9. I think, one of the first tracks I heard was Midnight, if you know that track. It was literally like, but then I was obsessed. I was like, I've never heard anything like it. And then started going to like Hit and Run on a Monday at the Attic. And then it was, Area 51 for a bit or something. It's like Rich Reason, all that lot, Chunky. And then, that was the start. But I wasn't like, to me, it was just, I liked the sound of it, and I was going out. I was just there with my mates, and then.
Wait, so what year was that you were going to Hit and Run?
2009 was when I first went.
Wow, that's insane.
I know.
Yeah. I went to my first Hit and Run in like 2022.
Oh my God, love that.
I don't think I've actually ever been.
No, it's quite good. I think you should go to the
next
sick.
One. Yeah. I love what they're doing up there, because it's like such a London
scene,
like
but
sound
in a Manchester
and
warehouse.
scene, and like Leeds, like Sheffield, like so many other cities are doing it and have been forever. So like Rich Reason, shout out to you forever, and they're on Outlook Partners next year as well.
I saw. There's so many exciting ones. I was actually so gassed.
Goodness.
So that was.
But it was fun. I feel like kind of same when I was living in London. Like I wasn't really in the dubstep scene, but then when I moved to Manchester for uni, I feel like I really kind of like understood like bass music. I didn't really understand what it was, but I was just there like, oh, this is fun. And then obviously I started going to Hit and Run, and I'd go to like all the clubs in Manchester, but no one would go with me because they were like, oh no, like we don't like this music. So I'd just be like rolling solo.
I took my friends and they left.
Yeah, no, literally, like they were like, what is
like,
this?
Give me in that shout. Love you, I think he's watching it, so.
And then
love you.
I kind of
they
moved
left.
back to London.
That's jokes.
But yeah, so then I moved back to London, and then I did the Mode workshops and just kind of became obsessed with dubstep. And
I think that's really similar for a lot of people. I think when people, you either get into it and you don't like it, or you just
get
like
love
absolutely
it.
Obsessed. There's
exactly.
Like no
and
in
I feel
between.
like there's so many, like the community in dubstep is such a big thing, and it's like how we've all met as well. Like it's
it's
so good.
I think it's so different from any other genre. I feel like I'm like a general music lover.
Yeah.
But like I still am. I still love jungle and have like a big community in the jungle scene as well, especially in London. But like the dubstep community is like,
I feel like it's pure insane. Like you are there because you love the
exactly.
music.
Because it's quite like, I feel like it's like Marmite, you either love it or you hate it. So like people just like gravitate towards each other.
It's true.
It's true. And I feel like it's such a good like networking scene as well. Like I feel like every NLDC we've all been to, we come out with like 4 new people that we follow.
The last one last month, it was like actually mad. I think it's like the 14th one or something. So it's every month.
Would you say it's like a youth club?
Basically,
almost.
Like,
I feel like
people just turn up.
Because that's the thing, you know your regulars, and you're like, oh hey.
It's like such a massive family.
Yeah.
I was like so overwhelmed after being inside for like 2 minutes. Like I need to go back outside. Yeah. So I was like said how like it's amazing, but it's literally like hi. And I'm like stimulating.
It's quite nice because I feel like a lot of us started going solo.
Yeah.
And now like we all just go and we're like, oh it's okay, like I'll roll solo because I'll see like 10 people I know there.
I got taken by my friend Jake for the first time. I think it was over a year ago. I can't remember exactly which one. It was when it was still in Coppercats.
The OG.
Oh my god, do you know the one with the mirror?
Yeah, but not when it was the mirror.
Have you ever anywhere else been in a dance with a mirror.
That was
How good is
disgusting.
that,
I was
though?
like, when I first
You
walked in,
can
I was like, yo,
actually
this room
watch.
is huge.
I know,
But
it's
then
huge.
it's just a
That
reflection.
one was awful. Like the walls were sweating. It was literally
Literally
The
getting
mirror
drips
sweating.
on your forehead.
yeah,
where you
from
got
other
the-
people.
the logo.
Yeah.
The drip that you
Exactly that.
plug it.
From that, from
Oh yeah.
from that room. So basically, favorite child. Like I said, it was a clothing brand, and I kind of changed it into more of like the way I describe it now. I would say is more like a brain creative dump. It's like somewhere that I can just post anything that I want to post about music and kind of not really think about putting any labels on it. Like I post a lot of articles. I do a lot of like write-ups on like archiving stuff in music and like documentation of a lot of stuff, and then do like photography stuff. I like work with a lot of people, but I still drop clothes. And like the most recent thing, and I think the most iconic thing.
Can
that
we
I
just say it's actually in meme culture?
From
There's two memes that have
yesterday.
used it.
the
Yeah.
dubstep meme niche has been reached, and I feel like I can die happy now.
Yeah.
Totally.
No,
I
that
didn't
is-
even know
that
that's
is
not on my
cool.
list. I didn't even know that was
No.
on my list.
Do you want to say the iconic little quote?
So basically, Diego at a NLDC, it was one that I'd
It's
missed.
Josh's birthday.
It was Josh's
It was
birthday
the
one.
sweaty. It was the mirror one with the
Yeah.
sweaty walls.
I
Yeah.
missed that one though because I was in Leeds.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then I saw a story that you'd put up,
Mm.
and I don't think had we met at that point. I think we'd met maybe once, but we weren't like.
We had met, but I don't remember.
Okay,
I know.
so
It was at Heavyweight.
Oh yeah, I don't remember much.
It's fine, babes.
The first
I
one
feel
is
so
good.
bad.
Sorry, we're friends now.
it's okay. All
Sorry, I don't
forgiven.
remember. And Ellie had put up a story on her Instagram, and basically the mirror that was behind the decks, because it was so hot, like you say, it's so
Yeah.
condensated.
Dripping.
Diego's got this motto that if you know Diego's Subblock, that owns Subblock, he literally screams it from the rooftop that it's not 140, it's dubstep. And he'd written that behind the mirror just with his finger, and
Yeah.
I saw a video of it and I
Yeah.
I
screenshotted
know, it
it.
was
My eyes
so funny.
never
Like, I was
see it.
I was
literally
like-
watching it. I was like,
I was
lol.
like, this is iconic, and I
Yeah.
literally made it into a t-shirt, and we dropped it, and it literally went a bit crazy,
Yeah.
which is so
Congrats.
nice. And it's kind of like a little family uniform.
Yeah. No, I feel like the uniform is just a baggy t-shirt that's repping some form of like dubstep
Yeah, of
label or
course.
dubstep like
Yeah,
thing.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Which is so nice. Yeah, the last NLDC, it was the NLDC versus Subblock. It was so nuts. I literally got to the dance and there was literally about 25 of them t-shirts. And if you know Dawson Dead, it's small as
So
well. I was literally like,
small.
what is going on? It was so nice to see everyone was repping it and everyone was
Yeah.
giving a lot of love to
Yeah,
it, which was
everyone
really nice.
supports.
Mhm.
It's good.
It's so
Well,
nice.
that's the thing. I feel like in dubstep it's so nice because it's such a mix of ages. Like you've got some like fresh 18s and then you've got like some 50-year-old people, and I think like it's so great. Like you learn so much from the different like types of people and different ages. Like it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's so nice.
Especially like, I feel the people who started the genre, or like the Croydon lot,
Yeah.
they are still so accessible and so
Like they will
real and like
walk
in everyone's
around as if,
lives.
yeah.
They're so happy to kind of share
Yeah.
all of the knowledge and all
Yeah,
of
and
the
they're also so
wisdom.
gassed when you are like gassed about them. They're like, oh, it's just
Honestly.
little old me. Like,
I think like first time I met Marla, I was like,
yeah.
it was like, bless you. And now it's
He's-
just like, you're right.
He offered me some of his tequila at Outlook, and I actually
Aye,
declined
aye.
stupidly, but I was like, oh my god. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
that
are
was
cool.
jokes. Oh, Outlook. Missed.
So I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Mm.
I cannot wait.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
another thing that you were pointing out. I don't know if you wanted to go somewhere, I can pivot.
You go.
Everyone, like the style in dubstep
Yeah.
and how it's, because like, yeah, with Garms and set stuff like that, always focusing on like what are people wearing and the parallels between like the then and the now of like early 2000s, which you can see in a lot of like Georgina Cook's photos, like Drums of the South.
Yeah.
Also, she's got a second edition of that book coming out. I think it's
Coming
like
out,
in a
yeah.
matter of weeks.
Yeah, it's soon.
So
isn't
that
it?
is
Very
amazing.
exciting.
Yeah, it's so good, and she's incredible, and like so always so open to speak about things. But she thankfully like documented a lot of it as well, and you can just see that it's not about like in comparison to jungle or garage where people are wearing like they're spending like bills on their outfits, like they've got the matching two pieces like Miss
They go out to just show the outfit.
champagne.
you
I
know?
think I've read things where people like
Yeah.
they save up, they buy champagne. It's like all about the image, and then they're
Yeah.
skint for the rest of like
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
living for the weekend. But then dubstep,
It's the
scene,
complete opposite.
it was just like a dark. Like I never went forward, but the story goes that it's just a dark room, and then like there's just people are just stood there, just listening.
Rigs and decks and that's it.
Yeah.
No lights, no nothing, stripped back.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that's so nice. It is stripped back. Like, you're not there to show off your best outfit. Like, no one gives, like, no one cares.
Yeah. Until now.
Yeah.
Although,
that we
yeah, I
live
suppose
in
now
the 20,
it's becoming a bit
nearly
more.
next quarter. Why do I think like this? I'm about to say like the next quarter of the century, like 'cause it's 20.
Well, the
Like
next
the 21st
20 years.
century.
No, as in like of this. Like, this is what I mean. Unnecessary. Where am I going? Yeah, I think when I saw they're like £450 these Miu Miu buckle ballet pumps in a dubstep rave, I was like,
Yeah.
That's really out of place.
it wasn't one of us, so it's not me being shady, but I was
Yeah.
just like, what?
No.
But then again,
But
it's
then-
nice that anyone can just wear what they want
Yeah.
to rave, you know?
Do you know what I feel
That's
like?
true.
I
Yeah, I'm not being
remember
a
you
dick.
wearing, like, I feel like I didn't know it was you then, but a fur coat, like, to
When was
NLDC,
this?
fucking ages
Oh,
ago.
that was my birthday.
Or was it
that's
actually
why.
because I remember
was my
being like,
birthday.
I have always wanted to wear
Yeah.
a fur coat to NLDC, but
And
I
that
was
was
like,
a
no, I
big old
can't do
fur
it.
coat
It
as
was,
well.
and I
I
saw you,
was-
and I was like,
I was
yes,
sweating
we
out. I
love
can't
that.
lie. It was
Yeah,
a
it
big
was
regret.
really
But it's
hot.
because I went for a meal and then I went to the pub.
Yeah.
And it was my birthday, you know. I wanted to
No,
celebrate.
exactly. Like, wear the fur coat. Like, I love it. But
It
I
was a
just
big
was
regret
like,
when I got there though, because I
no,
remember
but
getting there and I
it was
like,
good because it was like, oh, okay, yeah, you can wear a fur coat to a dubstep
True.
night. So,
I
yeah.
was-
Wear what you want.
No,
Of
this
course,
is true.
always.
I just feel like those ballet pumps
As long
would
as
have
you
got
look fly.
Yeah. I feel like maybe we can move on to talking about influential women in dubstep.
100%.
Like, you know,
Let's do it.
who do we start with? I feel like there's
There's
quite
flying
a-
at the moment.
I know. I feel like women are flying. Fully.
yeah, it's nice to see. I feel like there was an era that they were kind of like obviously doing bits, but it wasn't really put on mainstream
It's just
media.
such a male
and
dominated genre.
It is, yeah.
I think more than any other genre that I've personally seen. Like,
Grime.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
actually, yeah. Other than grime,
I feel like they're quite
But-
connected
True.
yeah.
in similar ways. But who do you want to shout out? Madam X, number one, of course.
Well, yeah. So she's also dropping. She's like put out Hoodlum. FC. Sorry, forgot the name. Hoodlum something with Cartridge,
EP coming out,
and then
as
the
well,
EP's coming out next month.
which
So
is
it's first her
stuff.
time dabbling into actual production, but
I
I
know.
feel like she always produces anyway because she has
Yeah.
Kaizen, so she's like
Yeah,
co-producing with whoever.
100%. But
She's
it's just
putting out
actually
on that.
putting stuff out on
Yeah.
her own name.
Mia Coden.
Of course, she
She's
is
doing bits at the moment.
queen of dubstep in my eyes at the moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, just everything about
I feel like
her.
she's bringing a very like cool fusion to dubstep as
Yeah.
well.
Her energy as
Like,
well is
yeah,
just like
she's super lovely.
Just everything about her as well. Like the way she promotes herself on social media is so refreshing. It's
Yeah.
so nice to see.
Very like humble and approachable as well. Like,
Mhm.
you know, super nice.
She's just doing it in a way that like I don't think anyone else is doing.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, like with when she's putting out her stuff online, it's not just like selfies and
Yeah,
it's actually like considered like insides, behind the scenes, like into like a sort of like she puts her track list out as
100%,
well,
which
and
is
like
so nice.
there's no gatekeeping around it, which sometimes I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people do, which I understand that as
Yeah,
well.
of course. I think happy medium.
It's
Was
like
it
sharing the
Mia
journey.
that put out and she let her audience decide what track she was going to release first?
Maybe that's just made me think of Dub Plate Drama. Do you remember that? It would like sorry.
No, carry on.
It's where like they show it was all about I don't know, early 2000s, but they play an episode and then at the end you pick A or
Oh
B.
my god,
and
don't!
then you
I
get-
have I've recently watched.
Yeah,
all
it's
of
so
that.
good.
It is the best fucking thing
So that's
ever.
like sorry. Back to
It's
what
so
you said.
good. And then you'd pick how the
Yeah.
next episode would go, and it'd always
Yeah.
be the most
I always
dramatic.
wondered, did they film both episodes?
Yeah,
regardless.
surely they would have filmed both endings.
Sorry, I've just made us pivot so much.
I'm
You need
sorry,
to
but
watch
that
it.
is
Ariella, you
absolutely-
need to watch that.
You
It's
need
so
to watch that.
good.
It is the most dramatic but like incredible thing ever. And like
It's got, like,
style
Shiesty in it.
Yeah,
Styles
it's got
immaculate.
everyone is in it.
Yeah.
It's actually incredible.
Okay, I feel like we can have a little interlude of music.
Yeah.
So,
Your turn now.
huh? No, I'm not mixing. We'll just
Oh,
play
you're not?
some of
Okay.
our favourite tunes.
Mm.
So,
Do you want to go first?
yeah, I've got one loading up.
Okay, fab.
So,
I can't
Yeah.
wait for the sun to set.
oh, did you see my message? Can I play Anti-Water by Mala?
Do we talk about
Sorry, I
anti-snod-up in the
Oh,
meantime?
sorry, my message didn't send, but here we go.
Don't.
I know.
bloodshed. We can't take no more. I don't wanna see no more violence and crash. In this time, I tell you them put on the nine and live righteous. Father God, in this time, more peace, more life. You know me, I say. We don't want no war tonight. And
Keep it locked. This is Mode.London.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little bit of music. Now, a little birdie told me you guys have something exciting coming up. So would you like to expand on that?
Yeah, so me and Ellie have been working quite closely for quite a while now, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think I approached you maybe like, I think it was like springtime.
It was, because we did that playlist in May.
Yeah,
so it must have been like a few months before that. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. It must have been like maybe like Feb time. That's definitely not spring, but yeah. So I basically approached Ellie because we met just because we were literally just going to the same events. We had
I've
like,
seen your face a lot.
Yeah.
I saw your face a lot as well. It's just like one of them where it's like we have exactly the same music taste and for like very similar styles as well. So obviously we gravitated towards really similar places in London as well.
I remember just going up to her outside. I've remembered the actual time when we first met, I think. So rewind from that. Outside Planet Wax, and was wearing one of the Crowan tracksuits, and I was just like, because I just love them. I was like, oh, that's, and I think that was it. And you were like, yeah.
Fell in love.
It's so nuts. And then I remember I literally had followed your page for a while, and then I remember just scrolling down, or you posted a picture, I can't remember which one it was.
Of you! Yes!
And there was
oh
a picture of me and like
Carnival.
all of my friends at Carnival.
But not
like,
of it, they were just walking by.
Yeah, and I didn't speak, and you said that,
my
that we were just walking by, you just snapped a picture of us all. And then like, I didn't realise I was on there because it was like inverted for a while.
Yeah.
Right,
And then I was literally like, what the hell? This is when we started speaking when we were out.
Yeah,
and I was like, this was meant to be.
weird.
It's just like full circle moment where like, it's so nice.
I do always love that though, little side pivot again, when people, the photos find the people.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny. Like, I always send people, like, I feel like it's happened a few times where it's like my cousin's friend and you've taken a picture of them and I just send it to them and I'm just like,
it's
lol.
so nice.
So good.
It's so funny. I love it.
It's really nice. And then, so we became friends. We'd see each other all the time out. And then I basically messaged her one day and was like, I have a proposition. And was like, I feel like we need to work together. We have very similar creative styles, and I think like the way that we think of archiving and like documenting is like such an important thing. We really kind of bonded on that.
For real. It gave me like, what's the right word? Placement, and made me feel like, oh, this stuff is being seen.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, because
makes it feel
like
kind of worth it in a way.
Kind of, because it's almost like this. It's like definitely a hobby, but when I'm doing it, it's just like I just like get into zone, just like mash it up and like lay it all out and collage it and stuff. And that was probably actually just being done because I didn't know anyone else. So that was like me like reprocessing like how I'd experienced that night, or like being out, or like just connecting to it all. And then like collaborating is like my favorite way to work.
Exactly.
And you're saying the same.
Exactly.
And it's just it gives it more purpose, because when it's just you, it's kind of like it takes a lot of self-motivation, because there's no blueprint for this. There's no blueprint for like anything about a lot what we're doing, or for a lot of what we're all doing. And sometimes I'm just like, not gonna do it this way.
You just don't really feel like it.
Yeah,
but
or it's
whereas
just
I feel
like,
when
is
it's
this
like
landing?
a duo, you're like, okay, we got to do it. Like, you will reach that
100%.
deadline.
Yeah.
You will motivate each other.
Even just bouncing ideas off someone, or like in the middle of the night, I would text Ellie and be like, I've just seen this random thing. It's given me this idea. And
Many times. And I'm
so
like,
nice
this is the
though,
best
like-
way to start the day, because I like look at the message and I'm like, yes.
It would be like a 4-minute voice note of me being like, right, I'm about to brain dump. This is what we're
Or like
saying.
all those photos of just like under that bridge. And I was like, I see the vision. To anyone else, they'd be like, a wall.
No, literally.
Yeah.
I literally like walked around. So like I live in Hackney Wick, and I walked around another way from the stadium that I think I've been once, but I don't remember it. And it was literally just like basically an alleyway on the canal. But I was literally taking pictures of like walls and under a
And I'm, like,
bridge. And I literally
setting.
was like, Ellie, shoot, me, you, do you see the vision? I was like, if I sent this to anyone else, they'd be like, have you like lost your mind?
Right.
But Ellie was
I
like,
think
I
we
see
have
it.
though,
So-
slightly.
No, literally. So I approached her, and she really, really kind of was on board with us working together. We didn't really know how we were gonna
like merge
merge
the two.
together, but we just knew that we both really, really wanted to work together. So we kind of started.
But I remember we sat down and we were like had our laptops there, and we were gonna like plot it all out, and we just chatted for like 4 hours or something.
Literally.
And I was like, okay, bye. But I think that helped fabricate what our commonality is, and like
100%.
values and all of that,
No,
and like what to
definitely.
actually focus on.
Because you need to be on the same page
Same
if you're going to
page.
work with anyone. Because creative projects take so long and you spend so much time going back and forth that you need to make sure that you're fully on the same page and that you kind of have the same values creatively.
So we put out a playlist in like May to kind of like introduce the fact we were working together, but also bear in mind like summer has just happened with like festivals and like all that. So like behind the scenes things have been rolling, but it's like.
But I feel like winter's the best time to like put it out there because people are like doing nothing and they're just like waiting for exciting things.
Grinding season.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like, did you guys drop that like near Project 6 or like just after Project 6 or something? I feel like I remember like
maybe just before.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was before or after, but I feel like it was like the perfect timing. Like we had all just like had all these little day festivals and then it dropped.
And I think the playlist was like a perfect way to do it, just because we have very similar music tastes as well.
Yeah, just like a subtle like.
Because it's all about parallels of like the then and the now.
Yeah.
With like all of our work is where you're like writing about like kind of archival aspects of where like record labels have come from, or just like history of stuff that other people might not know about, but we all like kind of do know like this. But then the stuff that Holly dives into even further is just like fascinating. And then so with the parallels of that, we've tried to like encapsulate a visual language of like putting it on like an old iMac interface and like all like the pop-ups from like early 2000s and stuff, because like that's when a lot of the sounds that we're referencing originated,
really,
and then like paralleling like what's not the difference, just like the different the difference is the difference is
no, literally. And then we called the playlist I got tunes. It's a play on iTunes.
Very exciting.
If anyone didn't understand that. I got but we have another playlist coming out next month, which is very exciting.
Is it the same name?
Yeah, so it's all going to be under the I Got Tunes, and it's all going to be on that iTunes interface. But if you look at the graphic and you zoom in, it's got so many little details on it.
It is built. It is correct.
We took a hot minute making that. And it's proud of it. It's just it's really cool. And it's not something like I've seen a lot of people do playlists before. Obviously,
but that's not in that way.
Not in that like visual way, because we're both very visual people. Like we both like obviously your page is like very graphic based with your photography, and like what I do like freelance graphics and stuff as well, and like with the Garms and everything. So I feel like it's just a good
merge.
Way.
Also feels like both like modern, but also like you're encapsulating all like the amazing things from the past. So I feel like it's a nice little
exactly what we wanted to do. And we have another little item coming out very soon, which is very exciting.
First physical.
Oh, okay. Is that
physicality? But I'm not sure if that's a word. Like physical thing.
Physical.
Yeah, the first one, and then there is something that I'm gassed about the long term.
Yeah, but this is like a very it's a long term project. So like with FCFM, I always said that I didn't want to put a time frame on the project. I think I just wanted to let it run,
see how it goes,
and just make it quite natural. But I think with Ellie, I think it's going to be something that we take long term, and it's just going to just see.
But I think that's cool though. It's nice. Like it's not all rushed coming out.
There is such a pressure to like rush things, I think. And
yeah, definitely.
I try to take time with things because, it's like pacing things out and just almost kind of like using a lot of experiences that we're having in the now, like to, especially when it is so subculturally connected, it's like we're all living in that now. So it's like everybody knows that's happening now. So even in a year or whatever, it's, I don't know, we're not putting a time frame on it because we don't know when it'll be, but it's like, I think the more we can gather and like reflect and like represent from our time, otherwise we're literally just representing the past. It's like,
and
so
that's
just
not
collecting.
something that we've lived through. Like we were saying, like obviously, like I'm 25, Ellie's a bit older than me as well, and like we were saying that obviously we weren't around when the dubstep was concepted or anything like that. All we've
this
got
is what's amazing though, because you're like 2004, 1999, 1991, so it's like three generations of.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, like it's beautiful though, learning from like people who obviously have like more knowledge from like the beginning days. So I love it.
I'm trying to make stuff that I look at in 20 years.
Yeah.
How I look at all the stuff that I look at, like all of my archive pieces and stuff like that. I'm trying to make stuff
like the way we all look at like Georgina Cook and like, you know, in 20 years time, like
exactly.
be so cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Hopefully.
Really exciting.
Yeah. Also, I've never met anybody else that like collects things that I do, like you
God.
do. Who
What
like
do
do
you
a little
collect?
show and tell, just
We're
like
little birds. aren't we?
Blockbuster card, like
Okay, yeah.
just like
The
wristbands,
the most random
just
stuff.
Oh.
things that represent a moment that are
Yeah.
like
Definitely.
so throwaway to like normal
Most people.
normies.
Like train tickets, do you keep that?
Interesting. That's how I got onto my art foundation. I collected
Oh.
all my train tickets and put them on a canvas, and then my dad was into Ernest Hemingway, and there's a quote saying that he did Hemingway, not my dad. I don't buy a ticket, I just get on the train. But I fully bought every ticket, and I was like, fucked off. Can I?
It's fine.
It's fine. I was fucked up. Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. I was, lost my
It's okay,
train of thought.
so you collected all the tickets.
And then
train
just put them
tickets.
on a canvas and then wrote that quote over the top. And then that was like how I started, like got into art school.
Mm-hmm. That's
Oh,
insane.
nice.
Not thought about that in ages.
Yeah.
It's just so nice to have physical. I'm like very much a physical person. I like to have all my physical. I like things. If you ever see my room, I like things.
This is it.
I like collecting stuff. I just like physical items.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like archiving, a lot of the work that I do is online, a lot of the work that you do is online. So having like actual physical items that you can touch and you know that are there and you're not going to lose it. If I lose my laptop or whatever, I know that all of these things are still going to be there.
So, yeah, it's true actually.
Even like rave flyers, it's so they are starting to be about a bit more, but like physical ones. Like I remember, or like tickets from going to one, because I helped my mum move out last week, and I found one that was 2009 Souk Night at Area 51. I can't remember who else was on the lineup, and I was just like, yo. And but then. So I keep like a collage of digital ones on like
This
Illustrator.
thing is insane.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
it's just like since started Garms and Sets, it was like
wanna see.
September 21.
So,
Yeah, it's kind. I don't know.
sick.
One day maybe print it
Yeah.
out, like because it is big
It's
now.
literally every single rave that Ellie has ever been to. She has a
Not
massive,
ever since 2021. So since Garms and Sets
It's
happened.
just poster archive. It's actually
Oh
incredible.
wow.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
kind of
goodness.
fun.
And you're
That's so
gonna
fun.
imagine this in like 20, 30 years.
Well,
you're
this
gonna
is
look
it.
back.
Everyone's like, do a
Be
book,
massive.
and I'm like, not
You have
yet.
to
Not
wait.
yet.
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta wait.
Yeah.
But eventually.
Yeah. In the meantime, we shall fill
You've
that
got-
gap.
We
Yeah.
shall.
Exactly. Very exciting. Okay, right. Well, I'm sure everyone listening has probably been asked, like, you know, when you say you like dubstep and someone's like, oh, so you listen to Skrillex, right? But no, you do not listen to Skrillex, okay? So I wanted to move on
I
to...
do like that Tears tune though with Joker.
In it.
Yeah,
But it's 'cause
okay.
It's Joker. That's
Yeah,
why.
but yeah.
What am I saying?
Yeah.
But I
sorry,
feel like
yeah.
no, it's okay. We can talk about the thing. Like all my friends hate Skrillex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
which is-
documentary.
It's
And
really,
interesting.
really good. If anyone's not seen it,
Please
it's on YouTube.
go and watch it.
It's by a YouTuber. What's his name? I can't remember. But he does
I
a lot
can't
of deep
remember, but-
dives into a lot of like music people and just genres in general. He has a really interesting one on Fleur D as well.
Okay.
It's really,
Oh, I
really
haven't
good. If
seen
you watch
that,
it,
actually.
you should watch that.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah,
it basically
summed it up perfectly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
perfectly. It basically just goes through the whole thing of like everyone just assuming that when you say you like dubstep, that
You like
you love
Skrillex.
Skrillex and like the Americanization of dubstep,
dubstep is
specifically
insane.
is what it goes through.
Yeah.
And it's just super interesting. He like like the scientific thing behind it. He goes through, which is really, really
It's
interesting.
And also
crazy
the
though, 'cause-
connotation that like if, especially because like in my 30s, like oh you still go out and they think sometimes, not everyone, but like I'm just there like escaping life and like getting wrecked, and I'm like I will go sober. It's like
yeah.
dubstep is not all tear out. It can be very melodic and like very
Yeah.
therapeutical, and
Yeah. I mean,
the vibrations like
for me, that was how I actually like started really loving it. I was going through a bit of a strange time, and I was just like always listening to dubstep, and I feel like it was like sound healing for me.
absolutely.
So it's
It's really
fun.
refreshing as well going to a rave where it's not just the basis of everyone's there to get fucked.
Yeah,
Everyone's
it,
there
like
to get off their head and like not remember the night. It's like really refreshing to just go in.
I feel like it's very much like a 1-2 type of beer thing. Like it's not
Yeah,
like
no,
no
fully.
one's getting absolutely
and it always
wasted,
has
like-
been. It's
There are
always been.
some.
There are some, but
Of
we
course.
excuse them.
We won't call you out.
Yeah, they're still enjoying it though. They just you know.
Yeah, and yeah, it's so nice. It's always
Yeah.
been a spliff and a Guinness type of genre,
Yeah,
Guinness.
no, it's
which is so nice.
Yeah, totally.
It just kind of makes sure that everyone's just there for the music, I guess, instead of just there to get absolutely mash up.
Speaking of music, shall we do a couple more tunes?
Yes.
Anyone have a suggestion? Like maybe your
Bongo, youngster. seen as everyone. We've got all the Torah flip up.
Oh, I'm
flip up,
not
refix,
sure that's on Spotify.
Spotify. Honestly, sorry.
Okay.
It's got to be a classic, like
yeah.
Cokie.
Coquie's probably not on Spotify either. Probably,
I think,
really.
Yeah, Cokie Sudden.
Okay, any Cokie that's on Spotify, please. Thanks. Yeah. Okay, speaking of Cokie, what's your favourite Cokie track?
Tortured.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good shout actually.
Classic.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
As well, just to know.
Oh, just to be a bit spicy.
Yeah.
I do love a silly tune.
Okay. And we are back.
Hello.
Yeah. So did we want to talk a little bit about dubstepping?
Yeah,
Yes.
tell us about dubstepping.
Tell us what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
What day is it?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Today is Friday. So
I
on
meant that.
Sunday we've got the dubstepping marathon at Mode, which is very exciting. It's I think 12 hours or 11 hours of
That's insane.
dubstep.
That's a lot of
Which-
dubstep.
I know, right? And I'm gonna be here the whole time.
Yes.
Dreams come true, right?
Yeah, right. So just I've got some of my favorite DJs at the moment.
Who have you got in the
And
lineup?
I've got a Phyllis Dread.
Nice.
I've
Sick.
got 99. I've got me and Louis
They got them both.
going
Yeah.
Three of
back
them.
to back.
Everyone.
You know.
Yeah, the lineup
who
is
else do I
stacked. I
have?
can't lie. I saw it yesterday and I was
Have
like, damn.
Ines.
Got Neo B.
Midrib. No, she's not actually playing.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
But it's okay.
But big up Neo B though,
Oh,
for
no.
real.
Yeah,
That is my
she-
queen.
she
She's
did
absolutely
good.
killing it.
That clash she did
At
with Rose
NLDC.
Latif.
Oh my
Very
god, the
good.
last
Both of
NLDC.
them.
I think that was like one of my favorite
It was
sets of the
insane.
month.
That girl, she
Same.
can clash. I'll tell you that.
She can.
Fire.
But yeah, so that's exciting. And obviously we got the September newsletter coming out. We've got
Yeah.
to
I really
that
love what you're doing
feature.
with the newsletters, by the way.
Oh,
think
I
they're-
hope people
they're
actually
really
find it
interesting.
interesting
Yeah,
because
and I love that I get it in my email.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it's such a kind of niche thing in a way because it's like if you don't check your email, you haven't seen it. So like,
No, it's really nice though because you get features from a lot of people doing different stuff.
that's the thing. I'm really trying to make it like almost a community newsletter, like include some
Yeah.
of my favorite people in the scene and kind of like amongst the scene even, and just
It's
get
like what
their
you just said, like
low
favorite sets of the
opinions.
month and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, like
Yeah.
part of me is like no one cares, but then I'm also
They
like,
do.
well,
do.
you know, I care, so it's
I
okay.
can't say no one cares because there's always a few people,
Someone
and the
who-
people that do care are the ones that matter. the
Yeah,
most.
that's the thing. Like the messages I've been getting are really cute as well. Because in my
Nice.
head, I'm just like, oh, it's just like who's even looking? But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's quite fun, and
Yeah,
we've got a feature
absolutely.
from somebody special over here.
Alright.
So I'm very excited.
Oh, it's class. And that's how I met you as well, the January one.
Yeah.
Because you told me to come down. I came down with Josh and it was
Yeah, that I
first
feel
week
like
of January. Amazing.
Literally, yeah, the 5th of January.
Yeah.
We first had our little interaction in
Yeah.
real life, and then it
Love
was like,
that.
oh,
Yeah.
cool. Like we like the same things. You know, we're about the same kind of
Yeah,
vibe. So that was
and
really
that's literally
cool.
how we met as well. Same.
Yeah,
same
literally,
Thing. We actually
like,
met at a dubstepping
it's,
event.
it's so nice. Yeah, the Planet Wax one, which Ellie played at.
Oh my God,
how did
thank
that
you
go,
so much.
guys?
I
Yeah.
loved that.
That was
That
super.
was- it
I
was
feel
so
like that
fun.
was such a good energy. Like
Yeah.
everyone was there
Yeah.
for the ladies, and it was just
Yes.
like I don't know. It was really nice. Like from start to end, it was quite busy. Like it was just good people.
Yeah, I was like
Honestly, 8
I
p.m.,
was
it
like,
was
oh,
like-
and then you showed up. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it was so
it gives you
nice.
energy.
It
It's like
does. I feel like
nice
it was
to have your friends around you.
Definitely.
And,
definitely.
didn't someone say it's no one's ever done an all-female dubstep lineup before? It's the first
yeah,
one
the
What, at Planet
first
Wax?
one
ever.
ever
period.
in like
We
dubstep
made
history.
No
Yeah.
way.
So I know I
Which
was kind
is
of
not. I'm not surprised, but
yeah,
like,
that's
also it's
yeah,
sick.
but it's quite cool, and I'm like, oh, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like I'm not anti-men either.
Of
Like,
course, of
obviously,
course
you know, we love male dubstep
Yeah.
DJs, but I think it's also so important that we are highlighting women in
Yeah.
dubstep because there's always like one token woman on a
We
dubstep
just-
lineup.
we just need a
so
Not
it's
balance.
like-
always,
or not even
always,
exactly.
yeah.
Like barely, there might be a
Yeah.
little
I
token
think
woman
yeah,
on
it's
a lineup.
important to
So
express it's not like anti-men.
yeah,
at all,
because
it's
I think
just,
so
like,
many people actually
recognising.
are anti-men. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not anti-man at all. Like, just clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many
Um,
amazing like men
male
they're
DJs,
giving
yeah.
amazing opportunities
100%.
to the women in the scene, and yeah, so it's definitely not about that,
No.
but it's like then to off the back of that, just promote and kind of give them a shining
A little
moment.
shining
Because
on
it's
women.
amazing.
Yeah.
They are there. You've
They are
gotta
there
look hard
exactly,
enough, and they are there.
and they are there, and they are.
And you
shining.
proved that. You had Shan, who was absolutely
Yeah,
incredible.
Shan,
Yes,
amazing.
love Shan.
Freya,
Coco Dubs,
Coco Dubs,
Big ups.
big
Jazz,
ups, yes,
like
yeah, so-
Midrib.
yeah, it was
Big ups,
amazing.
Midrib as
Yeah,
well.
we love Midrib.
Everything Midra's doing with Lapper as well.
It's
like, they're
incredible, honestly. If you just
Everyone's
watch them,
active.
I feel like
Yeah,
the
no, it is-
London scene at the moment
is-
is
it's
super
very
healthy.
active
It's super
and it's-
healthy,
Yeah, I
which
was
is so nice
gonna
to
talk
see.
about that as well because I remember it would be like September. You'd be like, oh, I can't wait for that Deep Medi night in
Yeah.
December.
Yeah, I know,
And
but
it's
now
like,
it's like
and
so
it's
many
like
different
every
events.
week, like
And I feel like it's nice that we're all like kind of friends too. Like everyone knows each other, and you know, everyone's like, oh yeah, I'll see you there. Like,
it's one of them
it's
where
really
you can just
cute.
I feel like I could just turn up to most things.
Yeah, and you know at least someone.
And I'm like, if no one wants to come with me, or like say my like immediate like friendship group, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm busy, I'll be like, you know what, I'm literally just gonna go
Yeah, because
and rock up, because there's gonna be someone there that I know. Even if
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do a solo one this time. Literally, I went to Waterworks recently, and I was like, I'm just gonna go on my own. You know, I really wanted to go. The lineup was really fucking good, and I was like, I'm just gonna go on my own. And I literally got as far as the train there, and then I saw Cass, I saw all my mates, and I was like, it's just meant to be.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
it is. I feel like that's music just brings people together.
Exactly.
It's
I
so
feel
nice.
like that was a good thing to focus on, because I guess if you're not involved in it at the moment, it might sound really daunting, like whoa, this is like really cliquey, everybody knows each other. Absolutely not.
Like,
it's
so welcoming. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
everyone is like stood there with open arms. Like,
Yeah.
come.
All
like,
it takes, like, say, like, obviously NLDC is like my main thing for this.
Probably
Yeah.
the hub,
The hub of community. For me personally, I think for all of us.
I
as
think
well,
'cause it's
we
also a
spend so much
monthly
time
thing
there.
too,
Yeah,
like,
all it takes is for someone to come up to us at smoking and be like, "This is my
Yeah,
first one,"
this
and we're
is-
like,
yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
That was
No
me.
way.
That was me.
Yeah.
Like,
and
literally,
then
like,
you see them in the
hi.
next one, you're like, "Oh my god, you came back!" And
Yeah,
then you're literally like,
exactly.
"Your mates." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I feel like we all started out just seeing each other in the smoky area, and then it was like, oh, hey.
Yeah,
So it's
literally.
nice.
No, it is good. And then, yeah, just back to that newsletter that you're doing. It's like, it's just, I really rate it. I think
Oh,
good luck
thank you.
Like,
keep
all
them
the,
coming.
Keep them coming. I know. I'm like, gosh, yeah, 1 month, but
I'm
that's okay.
yeah.
It's fun.
I'm
but you're
excited.
filling it out. Like, the content is
being
so varied, and like, so like people are like absolutely gonna be wanting to be involved in
Yeah.
this. Just,
Definitely.
Yeah, it's
Excited to
it's
write my
fun.
piece for the
yeah,
next
I'm
one.
excited
Yeah.
to get it.
I'm not going to reveal my secrets.
yes, you
have to
gotta,
sign up to
sign
the
up to the
newsletter, and then
mailing
you can
list.
find out.
It's
Yeah.
true.
But I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it should be fun. I'm excited.
Have you got anything else planned for dubstepping? Any events in the
well,
future?
I'm hoping to do one like November time.
Nice.
But that's like maybe. But also, I'm gonna do one at Planet Wax in January.
Nice.
So
I think Planet
my
Wax is a really
birthday
nice
as
place
well.
for it as well.
yeah, it's really cute, and I like as a little
Actually
hub.
such a
It's
good
cute.
venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
so nice. That as well. That's somewhere that you can just go and see.
Yeah, and I feel like
everyone you
just
know
heads
anyway.
are like walking
and it's
past.
free.
Like,
it's free. You
exactly.
can just pop in, you pop out. You can literally
Yeah,
go.
there's always
If you
something
go
good
early
on.
enough, go buy some records, go have a drink, and then you can leave, or you can like
Go
head there
early
later.
anyway, because it
Yeah.
always gets busy.
It always gets super
does.
busy, yeah. But that's why I also kind of like it. Like, I kind of love being at an event at like 9 p.m. Like, I'm not about the 11 p.m. life. Like, I like being there early, you know, then I can be in bed.
Yeah.
It's also good early, you know.
I'm like looking at the sky, like.
Yeah.
Ellie does not like early nights.
I
Do you
do.
not?
Well, no, I sleep like 9 hours a night on average. Normally,
Okay.
it just so happens that sometimes recently, probably the most iconic of all was the last NLDC. I don't know what happened.
That's insane.
Yeah, Drime. I blame.
Yeah.
Bless Drime, man.
Yeah.
Okay, for the last 10 minutes, I'm thinking, should we do a little quick fire questions? Okay.
Yes.
Right, we'll go round. So,
I'm ready.
Oh, panic.
shall we say
Unleash the brain.
favorite set ever or of this year? What do we think?
Ever. I've
Okay,
got one
favorite
that's
set
popped up.
ever.
Mallow James Blake, like not
Oh.
ever, like as in the first one I think
Yeah.
of at Phonox, because it's one of those where the lineup's not listed, so like
Yeah,
you get
so
there
it
and then you're
was-
like, what?
Yeah.
And that was just beautiful. Like I was just stood right at the front, like, yeah.
Yeah.
When was that?
December last year.
Oh,
Or
nice.
Oh yeah,
22 or
no, was that
something?
the one with the 4 in September? No. Not that
Yeah,
one.
it must have been. It
Yeah,
was
no,
like
that
one
was
week after
really
the
good.
other. I went to the first one and it was like Goth Trad was there.
Yeah,
and
I
was
went to
like,
the first one. It was so good.
Sick.
Yeah.
And the last one. Yeah, I feel like I don't think I have a favorite whole set, but the first time I ever went to Subdub, like just the whole Deep Medi room, I was just
Yeah.
like, I fell in love.
Yeah.
So I'd say that night with, I can't
Yeah.
even remember who played, not gonna lie, but
Sometimes
it was,
it's, yeah.
it was just the whole room it was a good vibe.
Just the
What
vibe.
about you, Holly?
I don't know if I can actually pinpoint it, but one
kinda
that
hard.
really stands out, just like the day in general, was Forward
Yeah.
at Printworks.
Yeah.
Just because I'd never been to Printworks, I'd held off for like, how many years was it open? Like 5
Yeah.
years. I'd held off because there was never an event that really spoke to me that I was like, no, I'm going to go to this.
Trust.
And then,
I don't think they'd ever played to a room that big.
no,
It was like,
No.
it's mental.
Ah.
So like, it was my first Forward,
yeah.
my first
Same.
Printworks. And I literally went with these people that I met at an afters like 2 days before, and I literally they happened to mention they were going, and I was like, I want to go, but I don't know anyone that will come with me. And they literally went, buy a ticket and come, and I was like, so I went with these random people. Who now it was Zero, who's now like one of my really close mates.
I know this was your no way.
So like I'd met him 2 days before that at that afters, and now we're like best mates. It's so mental, and I just went with them, and I had the sickest time. It was my first time hearing like proper dubstep, like all the classics in London.
Yeah.
At Printworks, I think it was just incredible. Yeah.
Okay, what about favourite club in London? We'll go.
Old Cause.
Yeah.
Has to be. The Old Cause was literally biblical. Like,
so didn't actually go to that.
Yeah, of course.
But I've never been to a dubstep night at Corsica. I just love Rupture.
Yeah. Need to go to Singularity. They had a Subblock in room 2 the other day, and it was booting off in there.
Room 2 gets hot.
It was so hot.
Yeah, really hot.
Room 1.
It was so hot.
I quite like Phonox. I don't know if it's like my favourite, but I like it as like a...
Especially when it's got a system.
Yeah, it's cool with the system.
I think just the Old Cause, like if you went, it was just
I didn't get to experience it.
No more words needed. It was just unreal.
Yeah, I feel like that is what people just always talk about when they talk about.
Yeah, I do love the new Cause though. I think it is still really sick.
It's building.
Quite big though.
William Hodges' studio. It was upstairs. That's like,
crazy.
What the fuck, yeah.
Mad. Yeah, it's as good, not as good, but it's still up there. The Cause, I think. I think it's just very different from any other club in London. It's got like its own thing.
Were you at that event at Christmas? The Cortex is it? Or Genesis?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was freezing.
Yeah. Like, but then the room upstairs
was so cold.
Was so hot.
So hot, and then you go outside.
Sniper was playing. She was playing vinyl, and she said all her vinyls kept skipping because there was literally sweat dripping.
No, it was so sweaty.
I know.
Yeah, it was
like,
good.
Did you ever hear about the dungeons under Lower Clapton Road, like Lee Bridge roundabout? So this is like maybe just in between jungle and drum and bass switch over, and there is like tunnels under the roundabout, and they literally just said that like things would just get cut off because the amount of sweat dripping onto the vinyl.
No way.
I just love stories like that.
Okay, for like one last little. Okay, if you're gonna shout out like maybe your favorite up and coming producer or DJ, just quickly.
Female?
Before we end. Yes, female.
Of course.
Please.
I want to shout out Neo B. I think everything that she's doing at the moment is incredible. If you see her play, I think she just plays. She's just so into and so focused on what she's doing. She's just absolutely incredible, I think. And she's just like such a sweetheart as well, to be honest. And she's like so young, and she's just so. I think not many people know much about her. So I think if you ever can catch a Neo B set, I think you need to.
She shells it.
She shells it fully.
I absolutely have to say Mad Max.
Of course.
Yeah.
Totally. Like knowing her reference points, her intelligence applied to it, like her, like just how she does it is like, And she's always so open to giving that knowledge out. We were literally in a cab on the way back from Phonox, and she literally were just talking about sets and stuff. And I woke up in the morning, and she'd sent me a text with all of these grime sets and all these dubstep sets, and she was like, "Just listen to these and tell me what you think." And I was like, "I love that." She loves it. She's passionate.
She gave me homework.
Yeah.
That's so good. I'd say like mine is probably mid-drib. Like I love like Josie's so cute. Like she's and so what she does is sick, and the way she mixes and just produces I think is really cool, and it gives like I feel like it's kind of old school but with a new kind of fusion.
Yeah, she flicks between genres.
Yeah,
so
exactly. But
as well.
so amazing. Like she's not just sick at one. Like she's sick at them all. So I think it's amazing.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like we're entering our last kind of 5 minutes of talking, but it's been so lovely.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for everything like we've all got in store. So make sure to, of course, thank you for coming. Make sure to check out Favourite Child and Garms and Sets and Holly and Ellie and obviously dubstepping as well.
Yes.
So you'll catch us soon. Make sure to tune in to the dubstepping marathon on Sunday from 11 a.m.
You've got to be there.
For
the whole 12 hours.
Yes.
Like you.
I know, amazing, right?
Yeah.
No, it should be fun. But yeah, I think that's us done.
You are now locked in to Mode London, the one-stop shop for all things UK